What's up? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to more Knights of the Old Republic 2. Happy Monday. Man, was it a Monday, but it's not anymore because now we are in Knights of the Old Republic in a galaxy far, far away, and I'd like to believe in a place such as this they don't have Mondays. Exiles aren't allowed to have Mondays. Every day is great and adventurous, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today. I'll get this out of the way right now. DJ Mall Santa, don't hate me. I took off the Viridian lightsaber. I decided I wanted to go with a light blue for now. I'm subject to change later, of course, but yes, I did jump in here about 45 seconds. Yeah. Here, let me play around with this. Let's see. I've got lots of colors to work with here. Let's see what we can do. Maybe, what do we sacrifice here? We got orange. Let me see what the Viridian looks like on the big saber. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this. Instead of the orange, I like the green and blue together. Now I'm gonna swap them out. Let's see what, let's flip this one to green. And let's flip this one. Ooh. I think I like it the other way first. I think I like it the other way better. I don't know. This seems like more fitting. The short lightsaber representing the consular, the big lightsaber representing the guardian. I feel like this is very fitting. I think we're gonna go with this for a little while. I like the way that this looks. John Ye, welcome. Glad to see you here, my friend. Hope you guys are. What crystal combination did you use in Knights of the Old Republic 1 for max damage? Well, I mean, there's like what I used, which was not for max damage, and there's like what you could use. I think what you could use is supposed to be like Solari and Upari, and then like there are the two color crystals you can get at Yavin. I don't remember what they're called, like the Mantle of the Force and the Heart of the Guardian or something like that. I think that's like the min-max, like best set of crystals you can have. I mean, as a common one that's always good, Sigil is always nice. It adds 1d6 in there. Let me see what I've got in here, because most of this, I think the crystals that I have in here, Fawn's a good one. It's kind of nice in Knights of the Old Republic 1 especially. Fawn is pretty nice because it deals that physical damage. So if you go against someone that has an energy shield, you've at least, I mean, you're not going to be hitting them with a lot of damage, obviously, because 95% of your damage, you know, is coming from energy, but you got a little bit that's going to avoid a shield. Let's see, what else do I have? I feel like none of the other stuff is in there. That's not. I don't know. I always use Sigil. I like Sigil. It's a pretty good crystal. I can't really remember what else there is, but anyway, I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since what did we do? We finished Dantooine. We finished Korriban. That's what we did. Are there any crystals that buff force powers? You mean like individual powers, or just buff like the force as a whole? Because like your ones that are gonna help you with the force as a whole, that's the reason why I've got that my offhand saber is always like my support saber. So that's why it's got my Chad Robertson crystal, which gives me the +4 to wisdom. That's obviously gonna support your force. Sometimes it'll give you charisma, depending on, I think, what your alignment is. And then the Kasha is gonna give you the +2 to wisdom. So I mean, it doesn't like make a specific force power better, but in general, yeah, this makes your force a lot more potent and it gives you more force points to work with. So I'm not sure if that's what you meant, but that there are none that actually like enhance like lightning or anything like that, but that's your best bet right there. All right, so we went to Korriban. That's what we did last time. So now it's time to move on, right? We keep going. We've got 2 places left. We've got Onderon and Nar Shaddaa. That's all we got. I think I want to go to Nar Shaddaa. And you know, I'm making this a rule right now. I'm never saying spoiler alert again in this playthrough because it's a let's play, And dang it, if you're watching a Let's Play, you're watching it to see what happens. So I'm not saying spoiler alert anymore, but last time, gonna be some big stuff happen here at the very beginning. We're going to enhance one of our companions. I'll put it that way. If you've played this, you know what I mean. Oh, great. It's my favorite person.
No, mistress, nor any word of our sister. We do not know where they travel now.
The freighter. It is important. And I thought the droid was as well.
I haven't played KOTOR 2 yet, so I'm gonna cover my eyes. Oh, shoot.
Droid.
I'll warn you. I'll give you a heads up.
But we are still no closer to the answers you seek.
Then perhaps we'll need to have faith that your sister will change her mind, remember her oath, and return to us with the answers we seek.
I hope so, mistress. But there has been no word of her since she departed with the other 4 on the freighter.
4?
Yes, mistress. The Iridonian, the Ichani-trained pilot, the exile, and the old woman.
Old woman?
Yes, mistress.
I do not recall seeing her.
Mistress, she was secured for much of the time the exile was here. At other times you were meditating, and we did not wish to disturb you.
Uh-oh.
Mistress, is there something wrong?
I am tired. I sometimes feel as if things are collapsing all around us. It is just at the edge of perceptions, waiting. I fear things will collapse before our enemies reveal themselves.
Yes, mistress.
I will meditate upon this. Perhaps it will clear my mind.
I can't stand her. I really, 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 really dislike her. Like a lot. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the story now that DJ Malsanta put that in there about Han Solo. When I was in college, I had not, so The Force Awakens came out, I think, my freshman year of college. And I was driving home. So I lived about an hour and a half away from where I went to college. I was driving home I was driving to college from home, and I start passing a guy on my way back. And like, as I begin to pass him, like as I get closer, I notice that on the back of his van, he has a bumper sticker that says, Han Solo dies in The Force Awakens. And I was just like, what the actual F, dude? Like, what is wrong with you? Who does that? But I could not make that up. Someone legit had a bumper sticker of that made. And I was irate when I saw that. I might have been more upset than I was last night when Mass Effect didn't save and I lost an hour and a half of progress. I might have been that mad. Like, one of the biggest spoilers in Star Wars. All right, let's see. I'm gonna run around for a second. I'm trying to do a thing. We'll see if I don't remember how to do it. It's been a hot minute. It should just be like right around here. It should trigger. Maybe I haven't spoken to him. Let's see. I'm gonna talk to Beodur.
General? I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle down after the war. Then you understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I couldn't find peace in anything.
As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean?
I'm sure you do. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make up for the things I'd done in the war. I wanted to design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt than protected. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it. It deserved a better fate. But Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself.
I got a fake spoiler for Endgame 2 days before it came out, and I was near tears, not gonna lie. Oh my god, that's terrible. That's actually, that's why when like any big movie comes out, you just avoid everything at all. You literally become a hermit. Also, I'm gonna say something right now, and I fully expect whenever I like look at my subscriber count in 2 minutes that it's going to be 2 less. I've never seen a Marvel movie before. None of them. I've never seen Endgame. I've never seen what are the other ones? Gosh, I can't even think of the names of them. Any of them. The Avengers. Never seen any of them. I've seen like one superhero movie in the last like 15 years. And that was, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy last Christmas. So take that for what you will. I've never been, I think before that, the last superhero movie I saw was Spider-Man with, I don't remember what his name is, the really young guy that like everyone says was the worst Spider-Man. That's the only other superhero movie I've ever seen. And I saw The Dark Knight, one of the Dark Knight movies. They're overrated, TBH. I don't know. I just report the facts. They've just never really been my cup of tea. Oh, my subscriber or my viewer count just dropped by 1. Bye, John Ye. I'm kidding. I don't know if he actually left or not, but it literally did just drop by 1. So I've never been into that. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. That's what I'm gonna finish this and then I will go back to that. Infinity War is just Pirates of the Caribbean 2 with extra steps. Ooh, I bet that was that's a hot take. I bet in those circles. I think it's good to have you around again.
It's good to be working with you again, General. Something else I can help you with?
I'll say that I don't think they're bad movies. Like, I don't dislike them or anything like that. Like, I would never watch one or look at one and say, that's a terrible movie. It's just like, you know, some things just aren't for you. Like, you don't think they're bad. You just, you know, they don't know anything for you. That's kind of where I'm at. You know, I would never say anything bad about a superhero movie. I would just say, I'm not super interested in it. Whereas there are people that are like, man, Star Wars is dumb. Have you ever seen a Star Wars movie? No. And it's like, or like, Star Wars movies are bad. And it's just like, you don't even know. It's like, maybe they're not for you. That doesn't make them bad. Anyways, I'll get off that soapbox now.
I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one.
I do like that.
I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor.
I think Infinity War, Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy are good
But
movies.
at least it gave me something to do, right?
I didn't.
Everyone
I'll
always
wait until
said
this
I
is
was
done before I
probably
talk over.
half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with?
I didn't dislike Guardians of the Galaxy. The only thing that, like, it didn't rub me the wrong way. It just, the only thing that, I don't know, I would have liked to have seen different was there were, like, I enjoyed the levity in it and, like, the humor. There were a couple of parts, though, where, like, I kind of wanted the movie to be serious. Like, I wanted just to, like, at the very end, I've only seen the movie once, but it's like at the very end of the movie where the guy's got the, what's it called? I don't even remember what it's called, the Infinity Orb or whatever it is. And he's basically like, I'm going to destroy the world. And what's his name? Chris Pratt just is like, well, I'm going to start dancing. And he starts dancing. And I was just like, well, okay. I could have gone for that to be like a serious badass moment. It was funny. It wasn't bad. It's just, I would have preferred like a little bit more serious right there. But I see why they did it. What's up on the Tilo situation? What are your thoughts on The Last Jedi? I will discuss that shortly.
I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers.
But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else.
Something else.
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Hey, just kidding.
I would, but then I wouldn't be the only one with a floating sphere following him around. And I kind of like that.
Back up. Can't have you do that.
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications.
He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs.
I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Something
Fair
else
enough.
I can...
Right. I feel like I should be able to
I
talk
didn't
to.
want to...
There it is. I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something? What is
Why
it?
did you decide to fight?
The Jedi served no one
The
with
war
an action.
went poorly before Revan and the Jedi lent aid to the Republic. Many of us believed the Jedi to be cowards who were afraid to face the Mandalorian threat. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
So you, unlike many Jedi, I suppose.
I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. To give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated.
That's pretty harsh. As peaceful of a person as Beodur is.
I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something?
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Ah.
You know, I'm glad I found you again, General. We were together at Malachor. I don't know if anyone else could understand. You getting philosophical on me? I'm here because you found me on Telos and I decided to come along for the ride. Not that I had much choice after we got going. Tired of me already? I was frustrated. Watching the Ithorians getting pushed around by Zerka, I thought I could make a difference, but it was taken away from me. Guess if one planet was good enough for me, why not the galaxy?
Maybe I'm not looking at. Sometimes there are things that can be fixed, even if you knew it was wrong with it. How would you know where to start?
Know what the circuits look like.
If you see them, let me know.
I'll be sure to do that, General. Was there something you wanted me for?
Nope. All right, I think we're getting close.
Yes, General.
All right, I think we're ready. I will wait until you guys have finished your discussion because I do not want to interrupt because there's some good talk going on. But I will give my take on The Last Jedi after you guys have proceeded. Also, have I just not hit the point yet? Maybe I haven't. Beodur was a nice contrast to Maul. They were Iridonians in KOTOR, but had the helmet. Yeah, there were. They were in like the only ones I remember were the ones like in the bar on Manon, and they were kind of assholes. I'm not gonna lie. Can't talk to them. Maybe I don't have enough influence yet to do the thing that I want to do. The thing. All right. I don't see any more messages about The Last Jedi. So, did Maul get kidnapped? Didn't Maul get kidnapped by Sidious? Massive spoilers for Clone Wars that I'm not going to comment on. We probably shouldn't talk about Darth Maul. Like I said, last season of Clone Wars like literally just came out, so watch the Clone Wars, I guess, is the statement. Or do you mean like Maul as a child? If you're talking about Maul as a child, that's fine, and I don't really have any idea. So I guess kind of my thought on the Last Jedi. So when I first watched The Last Jedi, first time I ever saw The Last Jedi, I loved it. Like, I won't lie. I loved it. I got goosebumps at a lot of moments, and there are still a lot of moments that I do like. Like, I can rewatch it, and there are a lot of moments of The Last Jedi that I still really enjoy. As a whole, though, it just didn't hold me. And it continues to not hold me when I watch it because I'm not super invested with the sequel trilogy. And here's why. It's not because I say the sequel trilogy is bad or because, you know, I'm too caught up in my nostalgia on the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. My thing with the thing is, you know, it's the Skywalker saga, right? When George Lucas created the Skywalker saga, it was not about Luke Skywalker. It was not about the Empire. It was not about the Rebellion. It was about, the story was the tragedy of Darth Vader. That was, you know, the original idea behind Star Wars it was supposed to tell the tale of Darth Vader, his rise and fall. Okay, so that's what the original trilogy tried to do. Now George Lucas thought, okay, we kind of lost that. In the original trilogy, once you got to episode 6, it seemed like it was all about Luke. And you kind of lose some of the sacrifice. Even though it's there, you kind of lose what happened with Vader, and it puts a lot of focus on Luke. So he decided, I need to make a prequel trilogy to really show the story of Anakin. So they show him as a boy in episode 1, as a troubled Padawan in episode 2, and then as a knight and his fall in episode 3. And I thought it was perfect. I thought if you watch that sequence in order, it perfectly captures the rise and fall of Darth Vader. And the sequel trilogy had nothing to do with that, like at all. It completely threw away, not threw away, but it completely just left the course, or at least the original intent that Lucas had created. Now, I'm not stating whether or not all of the movies are good. I'm just talking about the idea of the story. And so, you know, I didn't really like that. It almost seemed like an epilogue to the Skywalker saga rather than a continuation. Because you've, to me at least, you kind of lost what it was, the heart of it was about. Now, that being said, I still think 7, 8, 9 are good movies. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with the movies themselves. I think I prefer 9 over 7 and 8. 7, you know, as people say, was just a lot like 4. 8 was good, but after they made 9, I liked 8 less. Just because it seemed like the beginning of episode 5 just for an entire movie. Right? The entire thing about episode 8 is they're getting away from the First Order. And that's what episode 5 did, but they did it in like a half an hour for the Hoth battle. Whereas literally the entire movie is all about, you know, it's about Rey training and stuff, but like, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't bad. Like, there's nothing physically wrong with it. It didn't capture me like I hoped it would. But I thought it was a good movie. And I thought 9 was a good movie. And I thought 7 was a good movie. I think they're all good movies. Also, I have my own opinions on Hayden Christensen, and I actually think he did a really good job as Anakin. Changed my mind. Not really, you can't change my mind.
Back. I am ill.
Hey, just even, let me help you.
Really? The others say I have the plague.
Well, let's help you feel better.
I'm feeling a little better.
You're welcome. Oh, I got a crystal. I didn't realize I got a crystal from that.
I knew there was a reason I'm following you around.
There we go. Got our influence with Beodur. Yeah. That's just, I don't know. Those were my thoughts. I really like the core 6 just because Anakin is my favorite character. Anakin and Darth Vader are my favorite characters because I think that's just an interesting storyline. And I think Rey and Ben's story in episodes 7, 8, and 9 is a good one. And I think for people that are starting out on it, like those are their first movies, I think it's a phenomenal place to start. I just don't know how I feel about it being a continuation of the Skywalker saga. Because, like I said, it feels sort of, not unrelated, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same to me. It's not, like I said, maybe it's nostalgia. You know, maybe it's something else. I don't know. But let's see. Can we talk to him again? Nope. All right. It should be like right now. I just know we have to go somewhere on this planet. We have to be standing in a spot. It's like right here. I know it is. Maybe I don't remember this correctly. Because I was pretty sure that you talked to Beodur like right here.
Yes.
Nope. Maybe it's like something selectable over here. I cannot remember what it is. But it's definitely supposed to be a thing. DJ Mall Santa, I think you know what I'm doing. Or Drax, if you're still here. You know what I'm doing. Am I in the right place?
Yes.
Can't remember. It's been so long. I should have enough influence.
Yes.
Nope. I feel like you're supposed to be able to, like, it's supposed to let you select something in the city, like in Nar Shaddaa. It's supposed to be like toggleable. Oh well, I'm about to just move on and say screw it. Because I don't know what to do. I'm also gonna look at this crystal. We're gonna go back to the ship really quick. We're gonna kick on the hyper jets. Run! Alright. I guess I'm gonna abandon that. Actually, I'm gonna look it up on my phone while I'm going to change out my lightsaber. Alright. Let's go look at this lightsaber crystal that boy gave me real quick. The Aralam. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Damage and attack +2. What's over here on this? Fond and track height. What does this one do? I would rather have this. ZMR? I'm doing well. How are you doing, sir? Glad to have another person join us.
Having you here has an effect on me, General.
Oh, here we go.
I noticed it years ago. I think my mind was too occupied then.
Good to hear I'm having a
I
positive
feel
effect on you.
calm, more in control. The anger is still there, but I can feel it drifting away. The last years of my life have...
I would say that, like, Beodur is the opposite of, like, anger.
And
He's
above
always
all
so
else,
peaceful.
Myself, for Malachor. Never, General. It had to be done. My hands destroyed the Mandalorians. I cannot be forgiven for that.
If Ulic Kildroma can be forgiven for waging war against the Republic, you can be forgiven for saving it.
Even if I did it out of hatred of the Mandalorians?
Your force is leaking. Anger will lead you to the dark
My
side.
feelings are bad enough without having to worry about Jedi problems. My anger is nothing compared to the blood on my hands.
You have dwelled in the past too long. You cannot undo history, but you can change the future.
Even if there isn't, I still feel like I need to do something to make up for it.
Learn the ways of the Force. I could teach you, but you must let go of your anger, or else it will destroy you, and you will fall.
Under your guidance, I feel like I could overcome my anger.
Then there is no time to waste. Just had to be on the Ebon Hawk. Here we go. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back. Just kidding. Insert training montage music here. Oh, there it is. Where did he get that lightsaber? I definitely didn't have another one of those. But, you know, that's cool. Glad you have one. Is this training montage part of the restored content, or was this in the original game? I don't remember this. Beodur has now become a Jedi Guardian. There we go. Beodur has always been, seems to be seen as boring, but I think he and every other character in this game are amazingly voice acted and has an interesting backstory. Sounds like a peaceful man full of regret. I agree. I mean, I think he's boring because he always seems so peaceful. And I feel like he's trying to be peaceful because he's trying not to, just trying to be calm. All right, we've got 2 double-bladed lightsabers here, ready to rock and roll. Let's get one of these decked out for our buddy here. Oh, man. He's gonna go purple. What do I got for you? There we go. We got purple. We've got bronze. What? Bronze. That's an interesting. He can now use security 6 feet away. Man, that would actually be kind of cool. All right, let's bring our boys. Let's level up. Let's level up our man, Beodur. I literally... So sorry that I did this. I've literally saved every single level of him. I have not leveled him up once. Just because for combat purposes, he's ultimately kind of useless if you don't do this. So kind of probably not the best thing to do, but it's what I'm going to do, so. And it's my Let's Play, so I made the choice. Let's see, we're gonna go 2 weapons. And powers, it literally does not matter what we give him because he's gonna wear armor, because he can't wear anything else, which is so stupid. Unless I just give him clothes, but I'm not gonna give him clothes. You're gonna need some strength, boss man. And you're gonna need 2 weapons. And like I said, once again, it literally doesn't matter the force powers I give you. And there's Master 2 weapon fighting. Let's get this boy leveled up. Feats. Let's go. Where's power attack? Master power attack. Attributes. Just keep leveling up the strength. Feodor is going to become an animal. He is going to be so strong. Let's see. Master power attack. Can you use force deflection if you're wearing armor? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Level up. Feats. Let's see. Now, let's go ahead and do toughness. So he's got a little bit of... Here we go, another attribute. I don't really care about his +1 to intelligence. Let's just go ahead and keep upping his strength. That's where his real power is going to lie, is just in being a monster. And let's give him more toughness. There we go. Now he's ready. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, that's actually nice. Immunity to critical hits. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Actually. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't need the dexterity bonus because he's not gonna use it. Let's go with this one for now. The Krath Holy Battlesuit. Let's go with, I guess, this one. Immunity to attack modifier -1. Don't want that. Let's go with, I guess, Fortitude. Ed, what do you want? I guess we'll give him the combat sensor. Dexterity, dexterity, dexterity. I guess you get much more dexterity. There we go. And now, my friend, you get a lightsaber. Boo to the ya. All right. Now that we have finished leveling everyone up, let's go ahead and give you some force immunity. Where's force immunity at? That is force resistance. This is it, right? Force barrier. No, that's not what I want. Where is it? Is it this one? Force immunity. There we go. Huge power to have. All right. Let's continue our mission now that we have the Jedi boys. I gotta remember what is like next on our mission objectives. Basically, we're here to find Goto, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to find Master Zezkael. And through this process, we need to find Goto. So I guess let's go down to the refugee sector and do our thing down there. Let's go see if we can help out some starving refugees that have been oppressed by the exchange. Here, you know what I'm gonna do real quick? Because I learned my lesson from last night when I played Mass Effect. Let's save so that we don't have the game bug out and crash on us. Because that, I'm not gonna lie, that broke my heart a little bit. Like, I was so sad and angry at the same time because I was up until like 10 getting back all of that progress. Do you like to use a single saber, 2 sabers, or a double-bladed saber? I don't feel like single saber has much of a point besides roleplay.
Welcome, traveler.
I'll answer that in a second.
My name's Husef. I try to look out for the other refugees. I see you're a stranger here. Watch your step and keep to the camp.
Why is that?
You've got the Serico refugees over on the skyward side. They're veterans from the Serico campaign and don't take kind to strangers. And on the inner side, you've got the Overseer and his exchange. They've been pushing us refugees pretty hard lately.
Is there anything I could help you
with? If you could convince either the exchange or the Serico to give us more space, that would really help a lot.
All right, let's see what we can do. So if you're playing a consular, it's not a bad idea to use one lightsaber and have dueling, because if you have 2 lightsaber, because a consular's probably gonna have pretty low dexterity and strength, like relatively low. So if you're using time to away rip to the Splatoon boss, what was I gonna say? If you have 2 weapons, you're gonna suffer a pretty major attack penalty if you're a consular, and it's usually one that you can't really come back from. Like, it's gonna be pretty hard to come back from that. So whenever I play as a consular, I use 1 saber with dueling, just because it gives me the defense bonus, it gives me the attack bonus. However, that being said, I haven't tried it personally. I think there's an argument to be made for using 2 lightsabers as a consular, where you have attribute enhancing crystals, like the ones that I have in my left-hand saber. I don't have anything helping my attack. It's all giving me wisdom and charisma and stuff like that. So I think there's an argument to be made for running a 2 saber, especially if you're not attacking. Like, if you're using the Force all the time and you don't have to use your lightsaber, I mean, use them for the buffs. So I haven't tried it. Maybe I'll try it sometime. Sup, Sockwesh? Okay, Squidhead. You get out of my way, Squidhead. And who are you? The overseer of this sector and the voice of the exchange. You would do well to show me some respect. I show people respect who deserve respect. Guys, I don't know how scary my guy looks. He doesn't look super intimidating. I think it's the comb over. We're gonna try to intimidate him, though. No, wait. I guess I'm gonna say this. It's amazing your species has survived this long. Well, alright. Guess what, boy? Oh, that didn't work, huh? Oh, hey guys, I forgot. I have this now. That can't feel good, huh? Dang. Get blasted, Sockwesh. Get bad.
Let's get this over with.
Alright, what do we got here? Battle armor? I bet that's pretty bad. What'd you have on you? An exchange negotiator. I see. My usual go-to class is a high-strength consular that can deal both damage with the Force and their melee weapon. Yo, that sounds exactly like a Jedi Sentinel, which is what I am. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. The reason I think that would probably be, I won't say wrong, just an unpopular choice, would be because consulars only get a feat every 4 levels. So I think so that means you only get like 10 feats in the entire game. So it's pretty hard to get all of the ones you need for combat. I mean, you definitely still can. Like, it's definitely possible to play that way. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just definitely going to be more challenging. But, so that's why, if I were going to do something like that, I would probably pick the Sentinel just because they get more feats, but they still get most of the powers. The other thing would be, the other reason that people probably wouldn't do that, again, in no way saying it's wrong, is the consular, thrives on using the Force to deal damage. And whenever you get to like a boss, they usually have a really high will. So if you're built like my Sentinel is, which is, pretty balanced, you're pretty good against basically everything, except when it comes to bosses. Usually it's pretty hard they save against most of the stuff that you're trying to use. So that's probably the reason why people basically just throw everything into wisdom and charisma and basically put nothing in. They put a 10 into dexterity and strength. And it's not because you can't play it differently. It's just because otherwise they're probably going to save against you, like bosses, like in-game bosses. Get blasted, piggies. They're down. The slow feat gain really annoys me, honestly. I understand the reasons for why it's designed, but still, I use a feat force power to gain mod to get more feats and powers, so I have other options. Yeah, that's just you know, supposed to be the differences between classes because it's supposed to signify that the consular is not meant to be, in theory, focused on feats and weapon-based combat. Not that they can't be, like I said. What other games do you intend to play? Are you going to ride the LEGO Star Wars hype train? I have only ever played one LEGO Star Wars game in my life, actually, and that was the original trilogy. I had it on my PSP back when I was in like high school. But I've never played another LEGO games have never really been for me. In general, do you mean like Star Wars games do I intend to play, or games as a whole? As far as Star Wars games go, I'm sure that I will play, I bought Republic Commando, so I'm sure I'll play Republic Commando because that's a great game. And I don't really, I have to look at my Steam library to see what other games I have. As far as Star Wars goes, I am currently playing Mass Effect. And I plan to play all 3 Mass Effect games, which, by the way, Mass Effect, if you don't know, made by BioWare, seen people that paid KOTOR. It's a phenomenal game. You should play it if you've never played it, and if you have played it, you should play it again. But anyways, I digress. I will be playing Mass Effect, and then after that, I don't know yet. This is a bit personal, and you don't have to answer, but what is your goal with your channel? I don't have a goal. Basically, I like to play video games, and I like to talk to people that play video games. So I have this channel so I can play these games and talk to people like you guys. There's no motive here other than, you know, just getting to play games. I like, I also like, you know, to help people out. Like, I make a lot of the videos not because I'm seeking out views or I try not to say anything controversial in them. You know, I just like to have videos that help people. So I make those how-to guides just because I like helping people. I'm not a teacher. I did some teaching whenever I was in grad school, and it's something that I've always been good at. So I always think of it as kind of like teaching, an extension of teaching. I need to take me to your leader.
That's a laugh. Look, blow out of here.
Persuade.
All right, you can go see him.
There we go. That's what I thought. Security. Okay. I think people who want to go for 100% completion with all quests done may want to go with a Sentinel to get all of the skills. Strange how skills work in KOTOR 2 versus KOTOR 1. Security and computer use in 2 don't have much use in 1, but I think awareness doesn't in 1 and has more use in 2. So computer use and repair. Wait, what did you say? You said computer use and security. I don't know so much about security.
Take care of your...
Okay, leave me the heck alone, bro. Computer use is pretty big because you can use it to upgrade your droid companions. Same with repair. I don't know about security so much. Awareness has a lot of skill checks.
I heard you've been looking for me.
I don't like how you've been bullying the refugees.
Well, that's too bad. Is that all you wanted to say?
I think you're going to stop.
Then what would you propose me and my men do?
I don't care. Just leave the refugees alone.
All right. We'll lay off a bit.
There we go. Uh-oh. See, I know what this does, and they're not going to go for it. What do you guys think? Do I take them at their word that they're going to leave the refugees alone? Or do I say they got to disarm themselves? Because they're not going to disarm themselves. It's going to turn into a bloodbath. Should I just say thank you and just be happy that they said they're going to? I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we've done enough. Free EXP. It's not all about EXP grinding, okay? I feel like if you know that they're not going to do that, disarm themselves. Okay, fine. I'll see if I can still do it. I ain't gonna like it.
Listen, I've already...
Disarm yourselves.
No chance.
Here we go. Also, watch this out, guys. I'm not even gonna attack. I'm gonna kill all these boys and never once attack. Here, actually, I need you guys to like just walk away. Actually, they're not going to. I'm just gonna stand here. Oh, they're gonna kill everyone for me. Okay, you guys kill those guys. I'm gonna go kill all these boys and not even attack them. And they're probably not going to hit me a single time. Watch this. Boom. Get blasted.
Let's get this over with.
I don't even have to attack. My dexterity is so high, and my blaster bolt deflection is so high. They literally can't hit me. These poor fools. Just keep shooting at me. It's gonna go well for you. Bye. Keep shooting, guys. It's gonna turn out well for you at some point. I have taken 0 damage. There, they finally hit me. They got their first shot off on me. All right. Well, I feel a little bad that we just blasted all of these guys. I feel a little bad. Oh, what did I find? All right. Oh, the chat has a lot of stuff in there. Love what you do. I've loved these games from the... Oh, Zach Russo. This is a new person. Hello, Zach Russo. Welcome to the chat. Love what you do. So glad they're getting recognition to this day. Is there a light side way to let Ada through to Lutra? I always intimidate the guards and kill them. I think, isn't there like a persuade? I don't know. So I've already killed them. I don't think I got dark side points for it though. Like, I feel like if you try to persuade them and fail, they attack you. But I don't feel like you gain dark side points for that. I think you only gain dark side points if you like, are like, I'm gonna kill you, piggy. I think you can also use probably mind effect or force persuasion, whatever it's called. Dominate mind. I can't remember. It's basically mind trick. So I think you can do it that way. Or you might be able to do it by talking to what's his name, the overseer, if you don't kill him like I just did. I think you can actually tell him and he'll let them go. By the way, these gloves. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna let him keep those gloves. But on the other hand, you, sir, are gonna get some area do strength amplifiers. Next one, let's see. Also, going back to your goal, I think that's really cool that you just want to play games. So many YouTubers now are here after games that will get them views and revenue. If I were here to go after games that would get me views and revenue, I would not be playing a game that was made 17 years ago. Sorry, 16 years ago. I basically just play the games that I like to play. You know, that's why I'm playing Mass Effect, which was made in 2007. This was made in 2004. Knights of the Republic made in 2003. They're just games that I like. ZMR. I know that there's an awareness check for the side quest on Nar Shaddaa where you have to find the captain. Is there? I don't remember. I am not... So, I mean, I know I make a lot of how-to videos on Knights of the Old Republic. I definitely don't want to give the impression, though, that I am the source of truth and wisdom for this game, because there are certainly things that I do not know. Oh, didn't mean to go invisible. I just want to turn off solo mode. So, yeah, that is something I don't know. I don't really remember. It's possible. I know there are a lot of skill things that are used in this game, and I really hate the argument that people use. Because, I mean, every time I log into this game on Steam, I see a new guide up. And I even hate it. It killed me a little bit on the inside. And I think I made it like, 5 months ago. So I don't really remember what I said in it, but I made that Jedi Guardian guide. And I hate making those things because people say you have to make your character this way. Like they say, never make a Sentinel because they're worthless. Never put points in intelligence because your characters can do that for you. It's like, well, they can't do them all. And you're missing out on a huge role-playing aspect of the game. Don't tell people that this is the way to play the game. Like, make it abundantly clear that, yes, there is a way to min-max and have the best possible person in the game, but I don't really get off on that. Like, I don't need to have the best possible person. I just need to have a fun experience. Hot take, I guess, for some people. Some people think that there's a best way and you have to do it that way, and if not, they're gonna drop dislikes on your videos, which happened to me. And that's okay, you know? That's fine if you think that way, but just, I like to let people play their game and give some advice if they want to play it a certain way.
Thanks for taking care of Sakwesh. I fear what the exchange might do next, though.
Is there anything else? Oh, exchange might do next. They're gonna come after me, big boss, not you.
Only if we enter their territory. It makes things a little tight here in the camp. Not much room to move. You've already helped us greatly. Life should start improving for us.
All right, good. We helped him out. What's up,
Another
Aida?
refugee? I'm sad to see another join our ranks.
I lost my husband Lutra in the Jedi Civil War. Hey, it sounds like we just talked about this.
When Telos was bombarded by the Sith, some of us were able to escape on in-system shuttles. We floated in orbit for weeks before we were picked up by Republic capital ships.
Damn, that's just cold.
I think the Sith wanted witnesses to what happened to Telos, and I've been drifting from planet to planet ever since, only to end up here with nowhere left to go.
If there's any way I can help, let you know.
But unless you can return.
All right, I'm sorry to hear your tale. Poor Aida, little does she know. Then you, I need to talk to you as well.
Are you the spacer we were told about?
No.
Oh, we were expecting one of the pilots from the docks sometime soon to come and get us off Nar Shaddaa. He's late. I don't know where he is.
He might have been killed on his way here. This is a rough place. So really, you got taken.
I don't even know his name. Some guy named Planor said he had a pilot friend who would take us for 500 credits.
When was the last time you saw
Over a
Planor?
week. I hope nothing has happened to him.
I think he scammed
I
you.
was afraid of that. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him. Thank you. I'm beginning to lose hope that we're...
All right, so we have so many side quests to pick up, and then we have to talk to Otis, and then I will read. There's a few more messages in the chat.
You work at the docks?
No. Why?
Because if you need a crew, I'm your man. I flew during the Mandalorian Wars, and again during the Jedi Civil War.
Why aren't you still
Need a
flying?
pilot's license to fly the freighters here. They're tough to get without sponsorship.
All right, if I hear of a pilot,
I'd greatly
someone looking for a
appreciate
pilot,
that.
I will send them your way. Send you their way. All right, I think I've talked to everyone down here. Oh no, there's one more person. Because, yes, there's one more person we have to help. All right, I'm gonna look at the chat really quick. Assassin Droid T3 solo run OP. That's the best way to play the game, changed my mind. Man, I'm not gonna tell you how to play. I mean, D3 and 4 and HK are great. However, in Galaxy of Heroes yesterday, HK-47 killed T3 and 4. So that's kind of unfortunate, I guess, but it was pretty badass too. The otherwise, so let's see. The only time I look for a best way is when I try to do a speed run. Otherwise, you like the freedom the game gives you. Absolutely, I agree. And then ZMR says, why do I feel like the Consular is the most balanced class? Sentinels have the skills, but little damage and feats, and Guardians have all the damage but no skills. Consulars have a little bit of everything. I don't know if that's true. Sentinels only have the skills because you can, I mean, they get base more skills. So if you put, I think, what do I have? I have a 14 in intelligence. I have a 12 in intelligence. And I have lots of skills. And I feel like I do a good amount of damage, and I have a good amount of wisdom. So I don't know. I feel like the Sentinel's I feel like the Sentinel and the Consular are both pretty well-rounded. They're pretty weak when it comes to feats. The Consular is. But I think they're both pretty well-rounded. The Guardian is where you're kind of limited to melee combat. It's nice to have the buff effects, like force speed and stuff like that, when you're a Guardian, but you don't have
Are you one of
a whole lot going.
Men?
Did you take... what happened, lady? Calm down.
Sakwesh. He took my daughter to sell to the Hutts, all because I told him I could not pay his tribute.
That's messed up. I have killed Sakwesh. I will try to find your daughter.
Thank you. Please.
All right, let's go find... I know where she's at. All right. Sentinels and Sentinels are Consulars, but with less stats and get force powers and skills. Yes. I don't know. They get less like base force. Like that's basically the difference. More base stats, fewer base force. That's the difference, I guess. What do you think is the best dark side power for damage? Oh, I mean, it's gotta be Force Storm, right? I mean, we can look. I don't think I have all of them, but Force Storm deals what? I think it's 10 plus your level. 1 to 6 points of damage to both vitality and force points for each of the attacking character's levels. So right now I'm what? Level 19, so 19 times 6. I have a math degree. I don't have a calculator degree. I don't know what that is. 19 times 6, so it's 360 minus 6, so 354? No, that's bad. That's bad math. Ignore that. That would be 12, 114? 114? So probably Force Storm. This one deals... I don't know. This one doesn't tell me how much damage it deals. It does deal damage. Trying to think. Kill does damage for sure, like a pretty good amount. The one that heals you doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, and it's pretty easy to save against, if I remember correctly. I don't actually have that one yet. So, I mean, Force Storm probably. Plague is interesting in that it's the one that's almost physically impossible to save against. So if you're playing Darkside and don't have the best like Wisdom or Charisma, Plague, it has a difficulty class of 100. So the only way to save it is if you have Force Immunity or Force Resist. And then, you know, it's based on the roll. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not suggesting that any class is best or worst. I just go with consulars because of the force powers. No, I agree. Like, the first time I ever played this game, I played as a consular, even though like it says when you pick consular, this is only recommended for advanced players, and I got my ass kicked when I played as a consular because I didn't know how to make a character. But no, I was like, force powers for the win, bro. I want to be able to lightning everyone.
Who are you? One of Sakwesh's calf hounds?
Sakwesh is one of my pets, girl.
Ooh, the ugly thug knows my name.
Excuse you. I mean, I'd like to think I'm at least a 6. Wait, what's 2 plus 2? Wait, I said I don't have a calculator degree, but I can do this one.
Amazing. Really? Oh, why didn't you say so?
You do look a little like a Catholic. Thank you. All right, I've taken care of Squidhead.
Oh,
Go back.
You thrash him. Well, thanks.
Bye. All right, what's going on over here? The death ray is pretty fun to spam. Yeah, that's the one where you like absorb health. That is a fun power to have. I don't deny that. I remember using kill successfully on a Terrantonic, did 71 damage per. Yeah, it's based on their max health. I don't remember, but it's gonna deal more damage, you know, the more base health they have. So I do remember that about kills. It's based on max health. I wonder how KOTOR 3 would have built on the gameplay of 2. Maybe more prestige classes and different ways to level up your feats and powers. Maybe a double prestige class where you can kind of Grandmaster or something along those lines. I don't know. You know what I think would be interesting to see is if I have to believe that at some point this game or Knights of the Old Republic 1 will get some love and get a rework. I have to believe that. With the success that games like Final Fantasy VII are having with their remake, I find it very hard to believe that a game as big as this and a company in such a need of a good game like BioWare, like with Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda, BioWare needs to crawl out of a hole. Like, they're not in a great place right now. So, yeah, Resi 2, is that the one that I've never played? Like, I think I said on my stream last night, I played one Resident Evil game ever, and it's Resi 7. And I have it on PSVR, and I played it for about 15 minutes, and I was like, nope, I need to be able to sleep tonight. And I turned it off. And that's all I played of Resident Evil. KOTOR 1 is too linear not to get a remaster. I think it has to at some point. My guess is that oh, hey, there's more of you guys. Not anymore, there's not. I can only imagine how much better KOTOR 2 would have been if Lucasfilm had given Obsidian another year. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it would have been interesting to see like a finished product. Like I still think it's a great game regardless. But to see one where they didn't have to do a rush job on it, I would be interested to see that as well. Apparently LucasArts offered Obsidian more time, but Obsidian turned it down. Chris Avallone himself is regretting. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. With Obsidian having success like with the Outer Worlds, I would like to believe that oh, I got another crystal. Hot diggity dog. The Resi 2 remake is excellent. Yes, I've watched PlayStation Access play the Resi 2 remake, and it looks really good. I think KOTOR 2 is a great game. Still have yet to play it, though. Man, you've got to play KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2 is such a good game. Also, you guys have kind of got, like, I think a few of you have talked to me about, I think it was DJ Mall Santa has particularly talked to me about playing The Old Republic. And I haven't played it since I was in college, but you guys make me want to play Star Wars The Old Republic again. So maybe after I finish this game, maybe I'll play The Old Republic. Go hop into the world. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about MMOs, but I liked The Old Republic. Like I thought the story was good. I played an Imperial agent, and that was a lot of fun. So maybe that's something that I'll do after I finish Knights of the Old Republic 2. I honestly don't trust BioWare with a KOTOR remake or sequel. I feel like they've fallen too far. Obsidian is really the only company I would trust with a remake for KOTOR. Good luck with Paragus, the best part of the game. Hey man, Paragus isn't as bad as everyone says. Change my mind. I don't know. I think BioWare could do it. I'd like to believe that BioWare could do it. I say that I want BioWare to be the people that do a remake of Mass Effect. Like there are a lot of companies that could do a remake of Mass Effect, but if we're gonna get, which I hear there's apparently pretty big rumblings that next year we're gonna get a Mass Effect remake, or remaster. And I'd like to see BioWare do that because I think BioWare, they made the original Mass Effect game. I think they tried to do too much with Andromeda, and they acknowledged that. And again, it's the same thing with Anthem. I think they tried to do too much, and I think they could do well with a Mass Effect remake. Also, I'm going back because I'm going to change up my crystals real quick. Paragus and Telos are pretty slow, but not unbearable. Paragus has great atmosphere. Yeah, I don't think Paragus is bad. I think it's annoying to me just because I've played the game so many times that it's like, let's move on. But there are mods that you can download that let you skip Paragus, and I definitely don't think I want to go that far. Like, I think it's still a big part of the game.
You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids.
There we go. He can now repair droids in the party. All right, we're going to upgrade my crystals real quick. And in particular, we're going to upgrade your crystal so that it's blue now because you're a guardian. I honestly think Telos is worse than Paragus. I don't think it's that bad, but I have an unpopular opinion. I don't hate Telos. I really don't. I don't really hate any part of the game. You'd love the Dark Side Jedi Warrior in the Old Republic. Oh, and Imperial Agent has the best story by far. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. It's been a long time since I've played, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe after this, I'll play the Old Republic. You've kind of talked me into it. I mean, I paid for it. Like, I paid the $20 back in the day, so I still have like a preferred account that has access to like everything. I think if I subscribe once, I get access to all the DLC, so maybe I'll do that. That sounds like fun. But first, I have my sights set on Mass Effect because I'm ready to get to Mass Effect 2. Like, I don't think you understand how excited I am to play Mass Effect 2 again. It's been a long time since I've played it, and it's honestly it might be my favorite like story-based video game ever. Mass Effect 2 is so well done. The characters are great. Everything about Mass Effect 2 is phenomenal. So I am not that I'm ready to be done with Mass Effect 1 because it's a good game too, But I'm ready to be done with Mass Effect Sons so that I can move on to 2. Because that's going to be so much fun to play. So much fun to play. All right, cutscene time. Also, wow, we're over 9 o'clock, so we're going to have to end this soon. Unfortunately. The mighty Hanhar. That's why Zerka found you such easy prey. I care nothing for accomplishments of primates on some backwater world. Dang, I care only for your accomplishments here. Air Bear Hanhar. No, absolutely not. Sorry, man. I'll let you do that one. To kill, but I mentioned with credits I could persuade her otherwise. Speak of her again and I will cut your tongue from your oo-oo. Those Cathhounds aren't gonna like that. Although, Hanhar could definitely take out a bunch of Cathhounds. Find Goto, kill him, and do not return until you've done this. Okay, so he's gonna try to kill Goto, who is in charge of the exchange. If KOTOR ever gets a remake, I would feel conflicted, like I'd like to have it back, but at the same time, 2 set up 3 for so well. And I feel like a remake might infer that we would never get KOTOR 3. I don't think so. This is what I think they would probably do. So I feel like if they made a KOTOR, so the people who want a KOTOR 3, this kind of goes back to like kind of how a lot of Star Wars fans are in general. They're very passionate, and the people who want KOTOR 3 are very passionate about KOTORs 1 and 2. The people that want KOTOR 3 are going to like want very specific things, so they're going to have very high hopes for it, which would be very hard to deliver. Like, I feel like for KOTOR 3 to get a 95 on Metacritic, it would have to be literally perfect, which I feel like is probably unlikely to happen. So what I would guess would happen if we are to see anything come out of KOTOR again, they would probably make a remaster or a remake of Knights of the Republic 1 or 2, or both, see how those are received. If they are received well, if they're a success, then I would say there's a strong possibility of there being a KOTOR 3. If people are if they are unable to make a KOTOR 1 or 2 remake that is any good, I would say it's extremely unlikely that they could make a KOTOR 3 that's good. So I would say it's probably better for them to fail on a KOTOR remake than on KOTOR 3. I would say there's a lot less risk involved. So that's what I would see happening. Personally, that's a 100% guess. 100% guess.
You interrupting me for a reason? I have a lot of work to do.
Trying to think, can I do a Watto impression? I've never been able to do a single impression well.
What is it?
Chupacanoia! I can't do it. See, I can't do it. Ah, yes, Nubian. I have lots of that. No, I can't do Watto. I can't do a Toydarian. Could you transport a family to Telos?
Do I look like a passenger ship to you? Stop bothering me!
Do you have need for any pilots?
Yes, but no work for pilots while ships get hijacked.
Who is hijacking the freighters?
KOTOR and his exchange hijacks Voga's ships. Hurts business.
Why is he hijacking for me? Well, yeah.
We don't know how he does it. Every ship we send out, he gets.
I'd like to ask something else. How is business these days? Well, we know that's bad. They're getting hijacked. Is there anything I can do to help prevent the hijackings?
You talk to Voga. Maybe him you can help. I have enough trouble with pylons.
What's wrong with the pylons?
Pylon power supply badly damaged. Only can support one pylon at a time. Can't bring freighters.
You help bring in freighters? Maybe Fossa help you later. Okay, I'll try to help. I'll help if you can transport a family to Telos.
You help first?
Fair enough.
Good, good. I give you basic access to pylon consoles. From pylon, you can read ID signature of freighters. You figure out what order the 3 freighters should dock. Freighter with higher first 2 numbers has higher priority. If first 2 numbers tied, then higher last 3 numbers has higher priority. For example, P-11-115-999 has lower priority than D-15-154-111. You got it? One more thing. First 2 numbers are always the same as the first 2 numbers in the second set of numbers. Use a pylon power console near me to change which pylon is powered up. You go check ID signatures from each pylon, and then you...
Alright, let's see what we can do here. Jeez. Oh man, this I don't need it to be a 93 to be a 95 on Metacritic. I just want it to be a great conclusion for the stories from 1 and 2. I just want to see Revan in the exile and all these characters again. I think that's true, but Disney right now is pretty desperate to please fans, and what better way than going out on KOTOR 3? It's true! I don't feel like Revan's story is done. The Revan book ruined a lot of Revan's characters to me. Just looking for a puppet. One more thing. I heard that Revan book from the Old Republic kind of ruined the story from KOTOR 1 and 2. How much I don't know, but they'd have to retcon and undo some things, I think. I actually never read that book. I read the first 2 from that series. I did not read the Revan book. I still have it. I have the audiobook. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it's not a 95 on Metacritic, though, it probably isn't going, like I feel like a KOTOR 3 is either going to be like a 90 on Metacritic or like a 50 on Metacritic. I think it's highly improbable that it will have any middle ground. Like, people are either going to love it or they're going to despise it. All right. You said, oh, the console closest to him, not the pylon, the console. Oh, so here's a question, because I've never Googled this. What is Construct More Pylons from? Like, I know there's the Cards Against Humanity. Oh wait, hold on, what was this? What is Optimize Power Distribution? All pylons active. Hot dog! I didn't even know you could do that. What is Construct More Pylons from, though? I don't know. I assume it's a reference to something. Or it's like, you must construct additional pylons. Someone knows that. They should tell me.
Oh, looks like the Jedi
Cutscene. I'm gonna read the chat while the cutscene goes.
I thought I smelled something. I've told you before, hunt your own targets. Don't scavenge mine. What, working for the Hutt suddenly made you stupider, Hanhar? You touch me, you'll break the truce. And then you won't last long enough to slip off this moon.
Mad Claw. He's gonna be a Mad Claw. Seeing you in pain will be all I need to see before I die. Then the life debt is over and I can be at peace. Yeah, that's gotta not feel good. Or me violate life debt.
I don't want your life debt, Hanhar. I told you.
Then little girls should not have made a mistake so long ago. On Kashyyyk, females make... Yep.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid if you keep crushing me, I'll accidentally set off my rocket charges and blow us both to Nal Hutta.
I think so. Your eyes show you are still filled with fear.
I'd rather die than be caught by you again, Hanhar.
It's not your time to enter the Shadowlands. I will be there, claws at your throat, and I will stare into your eyes as you die. Dang. That's intense. Okay. Might be a little overzealous. Right. What's up, cleaning droid? Alright, pylon 3. The Silver Zephyr is full signature legible. This one is not. Okay, so 96567. I don't have a pen. I was gonna say, I would write this down. I don't have a pen. I'll try to remember. 96521. Or, don't know. So this one's 49. So let's see. This one's 49. This one's 9-6. So this one gets priority over this one. This one, we don't know. That one's 4-something, ends in 1-8. This one is 4-9, ends in 9-3. Okay. Gonna have to go look at the next one. You're right, Master Speed is clutch for this. Well, the other thing is about the books, they're not considered like canon, right? I'm pretty sure they're not considered canon. They're just Drew Karpyshyn, or Karpyshyn. Sorry, I pronounced his name wrong. I think it's just another not fan fiction, but just another book. Silver Zephyr, yeah, I don't really care. 4-5. So this one's 4-9, 4-5, and 9-6. So it just goes Silver Zephyr, then Alakandor, and then Tourna's Prophets. Yep. All right. We should have it then. The books are not canon, but some are legends. Yes. So what I mean by about canon is that means that would not influence how Disney made a game, is the only thing I meant by that. So first priority goes to the Silver Zephyr, and then Alakandor, and then Tourna's Prophets. Acceptable assignment. There we go. Ooh, what's over here? Maneuvering flaps. Oh, that's to fix the thing. That's to fix the shit thing. All right, let's go talk to Fasa, and then unfortunately, we're probably gonna have to end the stream because it's past 9 o'clock.
You help Fasa.
I need you to transport a family to Telos.
Can't do anything when ships hide.
Okay, fine. Do you need any pilots?
But no.
All right, fine. So you can't help anyone. I got a ceremonial bowcaster. That's so nice. All right. Guys, that's all the time I've really got tonight. Unfortunately, you know, we're 20 minutes over, but this has been so much fun. I hate to go, but that's all the time we got. I'll be back on tomorrow night, you know, same time, same place. So, guys, there were so many people that showed up today. Drax was here, DJ Malsanta, John Ye, ZMR. So many people. I think Zach Russo dropped in. Thank you guys all so much for coming. It's been so much fun talking to you guys. You know, feel free to join the Discord. Get all sorts of talking and going on there. But other than that, yeah, unfortunately I've got to go for the night, so I have to drop out, but I will be here tomorrow. So don't forget the shameless plug. Like, subscribe, stuff, all that fun stuff. Got to do all those things. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll play some more. So have a great night, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.